All right. Are we on? I think we're on. Can you hear me okay? Oh, stop with the autofocus. All right, good. So what is this woman's name again, Becca? The judge or lawyer she is, not lawyer, judge. What is the judge's name? Eileen Cannon? Okay. Let's see what's going on with her. Judge Eileen Cannon. It's gonna bother me. What is this? I'm gonna get off. Okay. Judge Eileen Cannon. I'm going to try to do this upside down so you can see. Somebody told me there was a Bannon ad that played on one of my videos. Like, a Bannon ad? What are you doing? Your crap on my video. Okay. So, tableau for Judge Eileen Cannon. Ron Johnson. And then why is it always Republican? God, that's bizarre. Judge Eileen Cannon. We'll give it a minute. Pick up some energies. Okay. Judge Eileen Cannon. Tablet. Oh, it's talking now. Okay. Judge Eileen Cannon. House of Fools, the Page of Cups. House of World is the Six of Swords. So something will end causing a very Troubled transition, possibly. We start with conflict. Let's get this. I'm pretty sure you know who I am by now. Get the name out the way. There we go. There we go. Okay. Brain power. Here we go. Okay. Where's my thing? Give you some light. Let there be light, thus saith the Lord. Still dark over here, but that's Page of Cups. Hopefully the light doesn't fall like it always does. Okay. So for Judge Eileen, what's her name? Eileen Cannon. We start with Page of Cups in the House of Fool. Page of Cups in the House of Fool. Fool is beginnings. It can also be foolish. The Page of Cups is it's not childlike mentality as in a bad thing. This is a person who is more innocence in their thinking. So this could be someone who there's an indication already that we have not planned things very well, because this person is very open-hearted. They're very trusting of other people without asking questions, that type of thing. And so being in the House of Fool, we have made some very impulsive decisions, but we may have meant well, at least towards the decisions that we made. Not necessarily have anything to do with Donald Trump. This is not a Donald Trump reading. This is just about her life. So we'll see what comes up. So she's made some sort of decision here. There can also be a foolish child around her if she has that going on as well. But 5 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 9. Oh, wait. Let me take a picture before I forget. Before I forget. There we go. Okay. So there's conflict around a offer to leave or leave something behind. And it causes worry from new people here. So here already is conflict around an offer. This offer, the new person is in House Emperor. So there's a man here in authority that could be causing you some issues in a government system. For 9 of Swords is in House Hierophant. So there's a government system causing you a lot of money or a lot of worry and stress. Comes from a person you don't normally deal with or haven't dealt with before. So more than likely a Merrick Garland or whoever in the DOJ has filed the appeal. And the 8 of Cups in House Empress means that there's a lot of decisions that, because the Empress is about abundance, but it's about the creation of something as well. So there's something here, like some motions that may have been filed, because this may have something to do with legal matters as well. So whatever it is, you may be forced to walk away from something that you did within your authority, because mind you, the Empress is a female leader. So something in her authority she may be having to walk away from. Here in High Priestess, there is a relationship or secret relationship. It's not secret because we know who appointed you, but there's some sort of secret relationship, especially with the Devil, Strength, and Emperor there too. Some sort of secret relationship. And if you, this is my version of boxed in, take it here. If you take the Knight of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Devil, Hangman, conflict, your conflict is coming from some man that you sacrificed for. because that seems to be the MO with anybody around Donald Trump. There's some sacrifice here for an erratic man or erratic, I won't say man, I'll say erratic person of ill repute. I'll just say that. So there's some sacrifice you did for him, but it's a relationship of some sort that was based upon frivolity, that was based upon something that didn't hold up. It was very, very cosmetic. So it was nice on the surface, but horrible underneath. At the very least, it was shallow underneath. There was nothing or not much to it. But it's causing a lot of worry. This conflict is causing a lot of worry, and it's because of foolish decisions. I don't understand. Anyway, the Hangman, the Devil, the Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Wands. There is a conversation or some sort of messaging. The Hangman is a perspective change. It's also a sacrifice for this relationship. It's in House Lovers. Some sort of sacrifice for a relationship. I won't say Donald Trump, because again, this is not Donald Trump's reading, but it's a sacrifice for a relationship that was built upon shallowness, that was built upon greed and lust for things. Emperor right underneath. This card actually, the strength is called lust in some decks. So there is the lust for something here. And the romance card right above it. It's not necessarily romantic, but there's a lust for something here. She wanted something and was willing to do whatever to get that something. So again, we have the sacrifice and conflict around that sacrifice. So this conflict is playing out now, that you're going to be forced to abandon something because it was ill-gotten gain in the first place. But there's the Knight of Swords. And mind you, the Devil is in House Chariot. Chariot is your working together type thing. And so you're working with this person here, trying to get something on the same page, but your relationships are, I don't want to say demonic, but they are of ill repute at best. At best. Yeah, my Wi-Fi signal keeps going out. I don't know why. The Knight of Swords in House Strength. There is going to be a lot of chaos surrounding you coming soon. Something else is happening for you, or to you, or about you, or around you. It's not just you and Donald Trump. Something else is about to come out. The Tower here, you're going to be exposed to. Something's going to be exposed and it's going to cause you to defend. And it's coming from the new person. Attack, strength, defend. So whatever this relationship is you sacrifice, there's something coming to you about messaging. And House Hermit is the Seven of Cups. Someone's going to be investigating something that you tried to make look like something else. So there's fraud here. Because the card of gaslighting. Now, mind you, when I learned tarot, this card was the card of confusion and options and choices and things of that nature. I never even heard the term gaslighting. And back in the day anyway. And then I was like, oh, there's a movie called Gaslighting or something like that. So it's basically meant to, it's a tactic to make the other person question their sanity. And so this is some sort of scheme to make something look like something else. especially with the devil here as well. The devil in house chariot and the 7 of cups in house hermit. There's some searching through your relationships, or searching through files, or searching through something that's numerated. So you could have a bunch of something, but it's messaging of some sort, but it's physical. With the page of wands is always like a phone or a text message or something like that for me. So there's something here that is going to be called into question for fraud or for manipulation, because mind you, your 5 of wands is in house magician. Magician is your skill, talent, power, and manipulation. So you're going to get into conflict because of manipulation. And the high priestess, house high priestess anyway, the stone was selenite. In house high priestess is your relationships, or whatever this Knight of Cups is trying to signify. Some sort of, it's not always romance, could just be somebody giving you shallow offers and you taking them. The of Swords, the Strength, the Knight of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. There is some sort of binding or feeling as though you're losing power. You don't really lose power necessarily. You need a different approach to power. So the Knight of this could be you getting an out, because the DOJ has given you a chance to rescind this decision and come to your senses and all that good stuff, because the 4 of Cups is in house Temperance. Temperance is trying to be the mediator, the moderator, the, okay, let's come to the table and let's do this the right way type of thing. And then you got the 4 of Cups in there, something you may not want to do, but you need to do. So there are some issues here, and someone is trying to help you. So you need to take the help. The 4 of Cups is a card that doesn't really want it because it wants to do its own thing, but it really needs to, especially with the Knight of Pentacles there too. This is your dependability, and it's in house Death. That could change. Not only could it change, it could change big time, because you have the 8 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So you could leave quite quickly from a court or your position. Your reliable position could be taken away. How, I don't know, but it could be right there. And if we want to, well, we'll come to that later. The King of Pentacles is in house Devil. There's a man here too. This is not Donald Trump. There's a man here too that may have gotten some sort of offer from you. And because 8 of Swords is in house Justice. There was something within your power that you may have manipulated. Something within your power that you may have manipulated and sacrificed for to do something for him. So there's a man who benefited from your position, but it was ill-gotten gain here too. Because like I said, the 8 of Swords is in house Justice. There was something that you, and then in the Strength is in house Hangman. So there's something you sacrificed for, some man you sacrificed for specifically. And that may be another one of these type of things to where, or no, this here, where you're going to get called into question for other things. So there's something else that you're going to be called into question for. The 7 of Wands, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the 2 of Pentacles, the Magician. So the 7 of Wands is defending against a man who is high up in his position, the Emperor and the Hierophant. He is high up, but he does not, the Hierophant is not a priest. He is the Pope, which means he is above the priest. So this is like a person who would be like a Merrick Garland. A Merrick Garland does not necessarily prosecute cases. He is the leader of the prosecutors. So It's that type of thing. So there's a man with a lot of authority in a high position that does a little to nothing, but he does work. But it's not as much as a person in his position you would think they do. But there's someone there. He's throwing you off balance because of something from the past. The magician is in-house judgment. If we go back here, in-house magician is the conflict. So there's something within your skill and power that you may have manipulated that caused conflict. And now it's causing worry from the new person in high position. Now here in house sun is the Two of Pentacles. We're going to see this. So this will be public, and some sort of transition as well will be public. So I don't know if she's going to back away or if she's going to move away and maybe go to a lesser court or go back to private practice or something, but something around her skill and talent she may be backing away from as well, because something's completing. After everything is complete, because it's the world, in-house world completions of cycles, after everything is complete, then we see a transition of some sort. Okay, the Five of Wands, the Hangman, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, conflict, defense. Conflict and defense because of, it could be a ruling, because something that you changed your mind on that you cannot undo. And it may have something to, it's a decision of some sort that you're going to have to defend against. This could have been something in the past, but you're having to do, because again, in investigation mode here, House Hermit, they're going to be investigating gaslighting. So they're going to investigate some things that are not actually as they seem to be. So I don't know if all your files are in order, if all your rulings are going to be questioned, or I don't know. But something was going to be called into question here. The Knight of Cups, the Devil, the Strength, and the Emperor. There is a man, a very abusive man, who may have manipulated your court or you as, and this is not necessarily something you're going to get in trouble for, but this could have been a case you worked on as a lawyer or a case you tried or resided over as a judge, but some abusive man here got a lot of leniency from you. Right there. A lot. The Eight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. That's where I see you leaving your position if something is not corrected. So you have the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. This is leaving quickly, almost overnight. And then reliable position. So leaving quickly, reliable position. The Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Two of Wands. There is a relationship here that is going to call upon you. So if you start to make inroads or phone calls or some sort of, if Donald Trump feels as though, I'm going to say his name, if he feels as though you are going to rule against him, somebody's going to reach out to you here, because there's something you did for someone here, maybe even reluctantly, sacrifice, but you did it and they're confused, and so they're going to reach out. It's going to cause some imbalance, cause a little burden even, because again, it's something you did kind of on a whim. Back to the foolishness here, because the Two of Pentacles is a person modeled after a dancer. So this person sort of wants to do more play than work, which is why they're in this situation of balance. The Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Magician. You got a very distressing message from a man who is like connected to you through like childhood of some sort. So I don't know if this, because it's not a direct sibling, so I don't know if she has like stepbrothers or something like that. There's a person, very distressing messages that they're sending back and forth. There's a conflict in your job causing imbalance. That's everywhere. Your job is causing you a lot of everything. Conflict, devilish conflict in your job, causing imbalance. You're worried about that job too. You're worried about your position. You're worried about this. As I said, this is what's going to be a lot of cause for concern. Now, if we box this in, at the Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Wands, there's messaging, but it's something that could have possibly been in the past or abandoned. Something you were called to do or were supposed to do and left it out. But something in your position causing that worry too. Something you didn't want to do for a very wealthy man. A man obsessed with things and possibly golden things. But he gave you some messages that caused some worry. But at the same time, you still did them. So there's going to be some messaging from a wealthy man. There's also some messaging here. These are like phone calls you didn't want to take, but you did. So this kind of leads me to think you may be involved in like a bigger type of thing, bigger situation. Like you could be handpicked by a group of some sort, like some sort of society of the blah, blah, blah type of thing. And you are their handpicked thing, and then they call you when something needs to be done, or if they need you to look the other way or something like that. Because there's a bunch of people here with the new energy, with the Ace of Cups. There's some new people, possibly four, and they call upon you for things that cause you a lot of worry because you know they're wrong, which means you do have a conscience. You may need some fixing, but you got one. And you're very stressed and worried about it because you knew it was wrong in the first place. But you like the money, you like the dependability, the steady checks because you're handpicked. Leads me to believe that. Anyway. Because they're the center of this box and the center of that box, confusion, devil. So there's an investigation coming too. There just is. It's going to be hard to move away from. Let's see. What else? Moon is 18. There's some uncertainty around your position. Government. There's some uncertainty around government, especially because I think you have gone into a realm that you didn't understand completely. Because this is not justice, the card justice. So it's something a little bigger than your in particular position. House Tower is defense. So something is about to blow up and cause a lot of defending. So this judge may need a lawyer. There's a lot of defending because she's losing ground. The tower takes everything away. Well, one shouldn't say that. It crumbles everything down. So whatever it is that you have been building up until then crumbles down. Because in the what do you call it? You're trying to find this. I made this spread up, so it's not Googleable. I made it up. In this here, in the story of the fool. So you have the fool. The fool is the person who nobody believes has a plan to actually do anything. Where's my things at? So I'm going to demonstrate what I'm talking about here. In the story of the fool starts out, people don't quite understand where he's going, what he's doing. I need my signal to clear up because it looks awful. Anyway, don't know what he's doing, don't know where he's going. He's just starting out life. But he's got all the power in the world to do everything it is that he wants to do. Inner strength. He goes within, he finds the secrets of life, the secrets to move on, the secrets to complete things. Here we have the Empress. This is how you bring things into the world. This is the birth of new things, birth of new ideas, so forth and so forth. There you operate within your power, within your strength, within the Emperor to control whatever it is you just created. And then you use your wisdom. You meet new people, and you get on the same page. You use strength and diplomacy. Strength is not force. You use diplomacy. You conquer the towers within and the change of life with the wheel of fortune. Then you have the justice. Then you're trying to find balance within your life. You sacrifice. You do what you need to do. Things change. Moderation. We need to slow down. We need to calm down. We need to find the answers to things because life is kind of transformed into something we don't quite understand anymore. And then you fall into your demons, and then you fall into traps, and then things get worse. And then everything you worked on here, all the plans that you've created, all of the things that the fool has done, crumble down. They become destroyed, distraught, distorted. They don't look like they used to because they're not like they used to be. And so here is where everything goes to die with the tower. Now, the thing about it is, though, from the fool's journey, you built this tower, which means this is not happening to you. It is happening because of you. You did some of this too. Now, other people, when you hit that lover's card, that's when you introduce other people into your life. And yes, they do add to your life and add to its complications, blah, blah, blah. But it is still you that provided the blueprint for the tower, whether you built it or not. And so now, since something is crumbling down, the tower is also exposure. But it is not exposure because you want people to see. It is exposure because something blew up. So now everybody can see it. Back to here. Investigations into the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is trying to hide something. You're trying to make something appear as though it is one thing when it's actually another. So then we can come down to here in House Moon. House Moon in Seven of Cups share the same sentiment. The Moon card hides something, covers something up. Something to do with government or positions or morals or morality or something like that. And then boom. Time to defend against whatever it was. Now in House Star, where things go to get better, is the Emperor. So someone Back to here, back to temperance. Temperance and star kind of run together. Someone is giving you an out. The star is about healing and the healing and hope and inspiration. And the temperance is about healing, moderation, and recovery. So you have someone here trying to help you, trying to give you an out. Because the Four of Cups is your out. Like if you want to get out of this surroundings, these 3 cups here, take this one. This one's better. But you'll miss the blessing if you fold your arms and become despondent. So there you go. That's that lady. It is complex. Brain draining. That's what that is. I'm going to go punch Xfinity right in the eyeball. I'm not understanding why my signal goes. My signal is fine until I stream. It is perfectly fine. It doesn't skip. It doesn't blur. It doesn't do anything until I get on here and try to stream, and then it just all goes to hell. I can't anymore. So either I need to up my package or something needs to happen. I don't know. What else? Gertrude. Please, Lisa, please do. Please do. What else? Worried about the position. Oh, we didn't do Giuliani's. Let me try to muscle up some brain power and we'll do Giuliani too. Giuliani. I did a reading, didn't I? Showed he had an out. The one we did for Bannon showed he's losing all his power. He said he's not done fighting them. Yeah, we'll see about that, buddy. All right. Giuliani. Giuliani. Thank you, Dress Magic. Because it's skipping now. I don't understand. Giuliani. 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 Empress, houseful, creating something. It begins anew. All right. There's going to be some sort of talking to the media there too. Okay. Giuliani. Are we in focus? We're in focus. Okay. The Death, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Hermit, and the Moon. Ooh, mercy. And the Empress. Oy vey. Next row, the Temperance, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. There is some sort of setback here when it comes to, I don't know if you have a gambling problem, but there's some sort of addiction. It's in-house lover, so it may be tied to a person. Maybe tied to a person in gambling, like a strong financial tie. Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands are some sort of relationship problem and a setback when it comes to that type of thing. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Alimony. There's some sort of separation causes a huge burden, and I mean extreme financial problem, though. Like extreme financial problem. This is in house strength. Nine of Pentacles is a lot of money all by itself. And house strength is, speaking of, I mean, a lot of it. This is like lottery money. So this is like if this is your own personal finance and it's got these cards around it, that means we're talking bankruptcy because everything is going to be gone. There's a Page of Swords, which is negativity, negative news. It's in house Chariot. Chariot is trying to get discipline. So there's a problem with discipline around money as well. So I don't know if he has a gambling problem or if he spends a lot of money on his habit. His habit may also be like pornography or something that has to do with love and relationships or that type of thing. So maybe he has like certain people, because it could be specific, like certain people that he pays. So he may have like a person in the OnlyFans type of thing, or the Just for Fans, whatever you call it, that type of thing. So he may have a specific person he's paying a whole lot of money to, or some sort of call girl, or some sort of in particular person here with the Lover's card, but it's causing a financial issue. Separation as well. So this person may no longer receive his money because it's causing a huge burden. The Ten of Wands is in house Wheel of Fortune. His fortunes are burdened. Not only is his fortunes burdened, but there's something that's not moving. So something may be seized pretty soon too, because the house Hermit has the Three of Swords in it. So there's some separation and some burden. So something may be seized or frozen with his finances, personal finances. And it may have something to do with the negative correspondence. So someone may send you something that freezes your personal finance. Or some sort of subpoena or no letter or whatever. Something may come to you that seizes personal finance. Now up here, look here. Death by itself is not death for me, but the major arcana can be literal. If I'm going to read death, I need to see this. And I see this, and so we're going to be delicate with this, her. So death, Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, the Hermit, and the Moon. There is some sort of conversation or explanation around the death of someone. And it may be someone from the past. Now, mind you, by the time this news breaks, okay, because here's the thing. In Donald Trump's tableau, I saw someone having an accident. Now, I didn't see death, but someone may have an accident of some sort. It may have revolve around a man. So there's someone that may have an accident of some sort. If they know each other, this person, Donald Trump and Giuliani, then there's some sort of explanation that people would want from him as well. Because there's something hidden about it, though. That's the thing. Like this, you can just talk about death or blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying, though, it's not like a person who has already died. By the time this news come out, it'll be the past. And so it's like that person hasn't died yet, but once they do, then this row here will make a lot more sense. It's like, because then you'll say, oh, this is the person that this line may have been talking to, because I don't know who it is. I can't predict death, so I ain't asking, but there could be a woman, but this is also talking about the body. So somebody's body may be harmed because of an incident or an accident. Oh yeah, I should take a picture of this one too, shouldn't I? But there's something here about the explanation of a death that they want from him or that he's going to have to do. Now, mind you, he doesn't have to give it because they're not saying he did anything, but you knew this person and they died suddenly or something like, I don't know. But something's hidden. Something is hidden. The death card, though, being in House Magician, there is something around manipulation that is causing a transformation for you. And it is a bit negative. It is around 2 men here, so maybe this has something to do with Lev and Igor. I don't know. But they may have spoken negative words that causes transformation, especially when it comes to position and power. The High Priestess is the Knight, or the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is about memories, nostalgia, people you knew from the past. So there's some secret relationships, and that secret relationships may have something to do with financing and negative financing or stealing money or siphoning money, because the Page of Swords is a spy, so it's like embezzlement or siphoning money away from something that was meant for the recovery of emotion. So I don't know if you have like a 9/11 thing that you took from, but there was something around death, murder and death, that you took money from, or that you siphoned money away from. And so here with the temperance is not healing like cough and sickness type of healing. This is healing like emotional traumas and sobriety and things of that nature. So there's some sort of healing or something that was meant for the recovery from trauma that you took money away from. Let's see. And it could be COVID too, because here with the 9 of Pentacles is in House Strength. That is health card for me too. So it could be that too. And the Temperance also represents hospitals for me too. So there could be COVID money he took there too. But this is something from the past, someone he's known for a long time. So he worked with somebody on this. So it's either something when he was mayor, or it could be, like you just said, could be a COVID thing too. But it's something to do around emotional traumas too. But there's a lot of money within health, or good health, or health care. The 10 of Swords being in House Empress, this is where there's something about the body that is just got pins in it. Acupuncture. Let's say acupuncture. There's just something not. Anyway, we're moving on from this row. The Hermit in House Emperor, there is some isolated conversations with the man in power. The moon in house Hierophant. There are some questionable morals, but we will see that here. Temperance in house Lovers. There's somebody that there's an addiction to some sort of porn or sex worker or something of that nature. Now, I'm not talking that you buy porn or that you buy call girls or something like that, because you do what you want to do. This is an addiction to it, because temperance means recovery, which means you can't recover if you don't have an addiction. Not recovery as in illness, recovery as in sobriety. So there's some sort of attachment or addiction here. Page of Swords in house Chariot means that you're having a lot of setbacks. You're going backwards. A lot of setbacks. Like this is not your season. There's a lot of setbacks here. The Page of Swords is negative news or gossip or lies or something of that nature, and the Chariot wants you to move forward. There's going to be some sort of investigation or some isolation. Someone singling you out here too. But this is a betrayal. I don't know from who, because I don't know who this is. But this would be where that betrayal may be coming from. Someone that you collaborated with that did not have good intentions from the start. But it's not Donald Trump. I don't know who that would be. Okay, Five of Cups, the Strength, the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Sun. There's some sort of loss or regret about... Oh, there's a recovery. I don't know if... Oh, he did have a little thing, a little illness or surgery or something. There's some recovery through the physical therapy or something you have to do on a day-to-day basis type of thing there too. So because here is showing the Strength, you have a recovery within the Strength. There was a setback, recovery. The man here, Giuliani, white man, dark hair, and shoe polish dark, but dark hair. And then the Eight of Pentacles in the Sun. There's some successful recovery here. So you can go to Georgia, that means, right? But here with the Five of Cups, the Strength, the King of Pentacles is in house Death. There's some sort of transformation for you as well. Things are going in this is a transitional period for you. I don't know where your Pluto sits and all that type of stuff, but some things are getting ready to be uncovered because there's a lot of exposure with the Sun being in house Devil. So there's some successful exposure. There's also some successful deeds that you did in the dark with that moon that you did in the dark that we may just get a chance to see. Because there's some sort of separation, ending in separation that ends in exposure. So whatever this is that betrayed you, this person here that you worked with that betrayed you, exposes you as well. Because they weren't good to their core either, which, I mean, birds of a feather go out to lunch, right? So these people here turned on you. And you worked together as well, because it's right in the middle of all of you. And your work is in house Temperance. So Temperance is my quid pro quo, this for that, work together, moderation, all that type of stuff. You worked together. Work being in quotations. The Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups, Ace of Wands. So here there is the reserving of some sort of money that is planted, seeded. So whatever this loss of money is here is not going to leave you destitute, for there's something hidden here. And maybe that's somebody's trying to look for that possibly too. And it may be a woman trying to look for that money. But there's some money that has been hidden from a secret alliance. This alliance definitely, back to here, Lisa, definitely has something to do with healthcare. Star is healing, like healing, physical healing from a sickness type thing. So here there's a business collaboration around the star, around sickness or health and recovery. And in temperance, there's the Eight of Pentacles. Temperance is also alchemy. So we could be talking about medicines here. And so there's some sort of money around healing, around medicines, and around relationships as well within the healing and medicines field. So you may have had some people in the pharmaceuticals or some investments even in the pharmaceuticals, because we have Seven of Pentacles in House Moon. Remember, Moon hides things. The Seven of Pentacles is literally farming. So this is maybe like putting something in the ground so nobody can find it, maybe even literally. So there's something hidden here around investments and working, especially around healthcare. The Four of Pentacles is in House Tower, which means, again, forced exposure. So there's something you're trying to hold on to. The Four of Pentacles holds on to things because it's afraid of what it's going to lose. And so with the Sun being in House Double, Four of Pentacles in House Tower, there's exposure, and it's by force. So that means somebody is investigating or break open the case, or there's a whistleblower or something, but whatever it is, shoots it out without your consent. In House Sun is the King of Cups. So I don't know who this relationship is, but it's a good one. So there you go. The Ace of Wands in House Judgment, there's a new action that repeats, and it's probably around work or a lot of money and a person you knew in the past. So you are about to repeat a scheme. Well, I won't say scheme. That's not fair. You're about to repeat an action with a person that you knew in the past. It's something you needed to do or something you did that gave you a lot of lump sum money. Because you have both of your past. The House Judgment, your judgment is about the past. Something, it's an action, though, that's coming back from the past. This is a person coming back from the past. So somebody you knew, you're about to work with once more and again. And then here it may have something to do with speeches, because you have the Eight of Wands in House World. World for me is media, for it reaches all people in the world. So there's something you're talking to the world about. There's also something coming to an end very quickly. And that may have something to do with this hiding of the money. It may be complete successfully, mind you, but it may be completed of whatever it is you were trying to hide there. Shall we go down this road? The Death, the Temperance, the Five of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. There's a extreme change. Death is not a little change. For death to life, there is no bigger change. So there's a big change here, a transformation coming, possibly chemically, that causes some sadness and some restriction. So this may be a diagnosis of some sort that, and again, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. You go see a doctor. So this may be a diagnosis of some sort about a blood pressure or something in your blood, so like a blood sugar or something of that nature. So you may be having some sort of diagnosis here. And it's huge. It's not a little thing. This is a big thing. And if it's something like an organ even. So something is going to require a lot more care than it has been getting, type of thing. The Six of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Strength, and the Three of Pentacles. There is a relationship here that you are making a lot of money from, or that you are standing to make a lot of money from, or stand to make a lot of money from, because this is a collaboration. It's a very strong one, but there's some treachery within inside of it. So if there are three people in the room, one of you has a wire, or one of you has an alternative motive, because the Page of Swords is a spy, but also a person who is CYA.com, cover your own behind. So there may be a thing here where if there's three of you in the room, one of you is no good. Or is, at the very least, I should say, one of you is not on the same page with the other two, even if it's just you. But there's a spy in the bunch here. And the collaborations, and these are people you know, familiar with the Six of Cups. So these are not strangers. These are people you know, people you've maybe even broke bread with, type of thing. So We'll see about that. 10 of Swords, the Page of the Nine of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. There is a ending, I'll just say ending, that rakes in a lot of money that hides away. So I do this, okay. Maybe it's like maybe it's like an insurance policy or something. Oh my goodness. Okay, but there's an ending here. Let's just say ending. We won't say death. We'll say ending that gives you a whole lot of money. A whole bunch. A whole bunch of money. Got a whole bunch of money. Somebody got a whole bunch of money coming. I know if you got Vaseline on your stairs, then you better stay out of that house. But somebody got a whole bunch of money coming because of an ending of something. We'll just say it that way. So maybe there is a deal he had with, drugstore.com, and they said, okay, the deal is over. Here is your paycheck. Something like that. It could be that. You don't know. We don't know. So there you go. That type of thing. The Hermit, the Three of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Someone is moving away from you. This is very convoluted and complicated. This is not a simple thing. Something is very intricate about this. The Hermit, there's isolation, but it's isolation afterwards. It's like a thing where we go through this spat and we're okay, and then we spat again, and then we're okay, and then there's like a whole bunch in just this one card. There's someone who is contemplating, is this worth it? Is this necessary? I'm tired of you. I'm tired of this blah, blah, blah. And they move away. So I don't know who it is, but it's like someone who may travel the road with you, someone who may have been trying to have your back or something like this, and they feel as though you turned on them or you betrayed. It's something personal. So it's not something that we'll see like in the news or something. It could be like, hey, you were talking about me behind my back, and after everything I did for you, and I stuck up for you, and blah, 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 whatever. And so y'all work together, though. But this is a day in, day out thing. This person's always around you, but not anymore. They've moved on. The Moon, the Ten of Wands, the Sun, the Ace of Wands. So there's something here that you are in trouble for, or there's some trouble around. Causes a lot of burden. There's a clearing, and the burden lessens. So something you're on the hook for, something that's treacherous, something that's hidden. Then there's the Ten of Wands. It is quite the burden. And then the Sun, and then the Ace of Wands. We saw this sort of in his last reading, to where he gets an out. He gets an out for something. So some sort of burden is going to be successfully removed, at least lessened. The burden will lessen. That's Giuliani. Lord Jesus. Okay. Now, when the signal was fine and the cards are clear, can you see these cards okay, or is this little iridescent sheen too much going on? Because I did just buy some other ones that don't have the little reflective sheen on there. I mean, I could turn the light down, but turn down for what, as Jared saying? Or were those cards okay? When the signal was clear. Me and Xfinity gonna fight. We just are. They were clear enough. Okay. Yeah, it's blurry because of the stupid thing. The signal keeps going on and out. Yeah, I do have 200 and something focus camera. I have 200 and something decks. I don't even remember anymore. It's blurry now because of the camera. I don't know how to turn the autofocus off. Somebody said, I can't watch the video because it keeps autofocus. I don't know how to change the autofocus. This camera did not come with software. It came with a plug to plug in the computer. That's it. I think it's about 250. I think so. I got rid of some, the ones that are too hard to read, and I got rid of those before I left Pittsburgh. Like the ones that are like the 8 of cornfields and the 9 of, I can't, like, stop it. If you're going to change the name of Pentacles, change it to coins or stones. Outside of that, you lose me. Got the 8 of cats and the 4 of dogs and the 9 of otters, and just like, no. I don't, like, no. Because I read fast. You know, we do 10 cards, blah, 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 next one. So, no, I don't got time to be looking in the book. What is this? What is that? Especially when it gets to the court cards and it's like the novice of swords. And then you think, okay, that means the page of swords. And then the next card is like the beginner of swords. And like, well, what the hell does novice mean? So anyway, that's me for a start. So we'll do one question before we go, at least. Will Trump announce his candidacy? How will it go if Truth Social goes bust? Will he announce his candidacy? Let's pull one card and see. Queen of Cups. There's some support. And so we need another. Okay, there's America. Uh-oh, what jumped out? 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is reluctancy, but it is moving forward. There might be some candidacy because there's somebody supporting him. So how will it go if Truth Social goes bust? How will it go? What kind of animal deck do you have, Corleone? No, I don't want to do Elizabeth questions. Like I said, you know, she's fine. It's everybody else that needs the support and the prayers. She's in a much better place than any of us. So The Justice. And the Queen of Wands. There is a need and a want and a desire to even something out. I don't know if there is a woman heavily involved within. Wait, let me pull the rest, because this could be answering something completely different. You know how cards do. Let's see. Oh, so you can see. There's defeat is how it ends with the Five of Swords. Yeah, social media, defeat, Emperor. So defeat there, the Eight of Wands, there's your talking to, communications app 2 is also defeated because it's in the word of warning. This is not long for this world, or you have to rebrand it as somebody else's thing. I'm going to ask why. First, let me ask this first before I do that. The future of Truth Social. And why? We'll ask both. And why? The future of Truth Social and why. Now, the why is, if it's going to do good, tell me why. Does that mean it's going to have an increase in subscribers, or they're going to start charging and people pay for it, or what? And if it's going to be no good, then tell me why. So, why? The Temperance will leave you out. Why? Future of Truth Social and why? The Nine of Wands, Ace of Cups. There is some recovery, but it's hard. Very, very difficult for it to recover with the Nine of Wands. Almost the feeling of quicksand. Why? Truth, social, future, and why? Truth, social, future, and why? Back here. All right, so we have some recovery. Something is trying to make amend, but it's very difficult, and it's because of a person and emotions here. But this is a new person, not Donald Trump, which means somebody poses a serious issue for their recovery, a huge roadblock. Now, this may also have something to do with Android, what's the people, Google, who, don't they own Android, or whoever, Microsoft, whoever it is, the Play Store, that's what I'm trying to say. So that's Google. The Play Store is not carrying the app. So there's somebody new here that is washing out the cards. There is someone new here that is causing some burden. It's not insurmountable. It's just not the most comfortable thing in the world, because you don't know how to get around it right away. Then the Chariot, your momentum is blocked. Your momentum is blocked. It's unclear how to unblock it too. When you see the moon in tarot, there is something unclear about what's going on. The Two of Swords, now you can figure this out though. So this is not, again, this is not insurmountable, it's just hard to do. So they're not necessarily headed for disaster just yet, but you could be going that way if you don't figure out how to cross this burden. The Chariot is a card that is telling you to get your ducks in order. Something needs to be brought on the same page. Because keep in mind, the person in the Chariot does not hold reins. He does not control the Sphinx through force. You have to control them through diplomacy. So you need a strategy in order to win. The Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups. Eventually, there will be some new blood, some new energy coming into the app. Your fear is the Three of Pentacles, collaborations. So again, there might be some more people that are standing in the way. Your hopes, the Five of Cups, for something to be recovered. Because the Four of Cups, or the Five of Cups, 3 cups have knocked over, 2 cups remain. For that thing that remains to be enough to sustain. And so you need something here because you're missing the 3. You're missing some sort of collaboration. So I don't know if other apps are going to start dropping you because these are new people. Somebody is causing quite a challenge or quite a burden to your situation. And there could be 2 more other than just Play Store. So I don't know if we're talking iTunes and then if we're talking whoever else tunes. So there's something here that could be causing a burden, maybe even SEC. I don't know. So we'll see. And the environment is the burden because of money. Financing and security. You may also have an app security problem too with the technology card there too. So I don't know if you have a right kind of now mind you, Comcast, mind you, Play Store said there was not enough security on your app and enough moderation on your app either. Like there wasn't people who were trolling for inappropriate behavior. And so, or patrolling, I should say, for inappropriate behavior. So there is some sort of bind and burden around security too with your app. That's my technology card. And so there's something within that Animal Totem deck. I have that one too. But yeah, there is something around security that is causing a burden. There's also around securing a lot of finance as well. Because this is an investor thing. They're going public, I assume, right? Okay, so in the word of warning is the Seven of Pentacles, investments. Again, back to securing money, that's what causes the burden. Back to your collaborations, there's fears that somebody may pull out of this investment as well. Your fears and your word of warning usually go hand in hand. There's fears about investments and collaborations. And your word of solace is, again, back to this. The Temperance and the Nine of Wands, trouble moving forward, but you can do it. 6 of Swords. They can move forward, but they're going to move forward bruised and bandaged. This is not going to be the glittering thing they hoped for in your outcome, the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So they will have some security, some success going forward, but it is greatly diminished. The Knight of Pentacles is not rich. The Knight of Pentacles is steady money. So you can keep a certain amount month to month, but it's not huge growth like a Queen of Pentacles or a King of Pentacles would be. This is not a lot of growth. This is steady though. This is not bad. It's just not this. This with responsibility leads to this. Because this is your steady money and your responsibility, and then this is your security, but over time. The Nine of Pentacles takes a while for this security to grow. And so you have to continue to do this for that security to grow. So they have to keep at it. It's not something that's going to just burn the world, though. So we shall see. They got a lot of burden coming now. Okay. This, you know what, me and just, I can't. Xfinity, you are a son of a mother, and I just want you to know, I really do. I really do. Anyway, so I will see y'all Sunday on the House of Lenormand, I believe we are on. Don't forget, Tony and Adrian are live tomorrow. And for those in the class, I will see y'all tomorrow at 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did I have anything else? 10 more minutes. Did I have anything else that I want to say? I think that was it. So I'll see y'all Sunday for the live stream on Sunday. And then I will see those in the class for the class tomorrow. Good night. Goodbye.